Pritesh Mehta, Head Technical Research at IIFL Private Wealth, is now joining us. Pritesh, good afternoon. What's your view on the market? It's just a small sort of a consolidation phase and should get done with it quite soon.
Good afternoon. You are spot on, Pankaj. It may seem that after hitting the peak of 8969 in the first week of September, market appears to be struggling. But if you look at the broader chart horizons and the broader patterns that are taking place in this index, it is telling us that it is going through a phase of consolidation, maybe a sideways correction kind of a pattern is taking place. But the ongoing uptrend is still intact. Whenever we are going to have a correction in a uptrending bull market, we are bound to see this kind of choppy movement. So I think this chopping is going to continue for at least near term. Till the time 8860 is not taken on the upside, we will have this kind of range bound market. Now see, from GAN perspective, 8560 and 8860, this is a trading band market is trading into, and right now it is currently at the mid part of the trading range. That's what we say this as a no trading zone period for the index. But yes, when you talk about mid cap, small cap, there are ample of opportunities out there. But for the index, either we have to buy this market when once again it gets back to 8560 levels, or again we'll have to observe how market behaves around 8860 levels.
Do you think the metals pack is looking interesting? So something like a Tata Steel is looking very interesting right now?
Very much interesting. Despite the fact that dollar index is inching up, metal stocks are looking strong. If you look at the likes of VEDL, it's done extremely well. NMDC is looking strong. It is breaking over the barrier of 121. Again, if we are able to close about that, then a strong move on the horizon. Tata Steel is interesting. Around 399, 400 VE, the stock has given a strong breakout. And we had already seen 20 rupees move since Friday's trade. And I believe there is more on the upside. 441 is the GAN level which we are eyeing for. So at least 21 rupees on the upside on the cards for Tata Steel.
Right. What will be your targets for Tata Steel and what will be the ultimate targets?
Now see, Tata Steel trading around 417, 418. It made a high of 421. So 441 is the short-term target which I just mentioned. And above that, we are talking about levels of 475, 480. That would be a medium-term target. But again, first we have to clear the hurdle of 441.
Right. Tata Chemical is a part of your top list as well. Can you talk to us about that?
Sure. Now see, if you just look at the chart pattern, from month of March to August, the stock had a strong run up, phenomenal run up. From the levels of 315, the stock went to 570 odd levels. Thereafter, the stock had a bit of a corrective, was in a corrective mode. It retraced 25% of the earlier move, but it's a typical uptrend encounter. After going through this corrective phase, it bounced again, and thereafter the weekly chart we have seen a breakout coming in from a downward sloping channel. So again, this strong buy on this level, we can expect a level of 570, 575 in the near term.
Right. Another name is GSFC. That's a cash name. So what will be the holding period? Can you just tell us that as well with the targets?
Yes. Now see, if you look at the performance counter for the month of October, we have seen 5 trading sessions and the stock has gone up by 21%. But believe me, there is more to come on the upside. See, we are talking about a counter which was in a phase of consolidation for 17-18 months. We are talking about a base building pattern for 18 months and thereafter a breakout. When you talk about extension from this kind of breakout, the stock could provide immense upside. So I believe that for at least next couple of weeks, maybe 5 or 6 weeks, the stock could remain in this positive zone, in this bullish zone, and we are expecting a medium target of 104. Above that, we can of course definitely talk about levels of 115, 117. But 104 is the levels I am eyeing for.
Just because we spoke about Tata names, any view on Tata Communication? It's done phenomenally well from the lows.
Yes. Now see, just if you look at the chart structure on the monthly chart, we are talking about a pattern which is known as cup and handle pattern. The stock did that. and now it is breaking about that. It broke about it in last week's trade, and what we are witnessing follow positive action coming in, and the stock, believe me, has the potential to go all the way. I think the stock can go full Monty towards 700, 710 as well. This is strong counter. The point is now at this level, because the levels, the breakout were initiated around 550, 540 odd levels. Around this level, the risk reward ratio won't be favorable. But again, the trend is intact. The trend is on the upside. So I think buy on every declines.
So what should be the strategy? Buy on declines or buy now?
The point is, if you buy right now, the risk reward ratio won't fit in. The point, because the stop comes around to 620, 615, and the upside is placed with the 690, 700. So what I believe is the 30 rupees stop loss, it would be a big risk. Then let the stock come down a bit, 630, it would give you a good risk reward entry point, and then you can go long.
Any view on Infosys? Results come out on Friday.
Now see, Infosys has underperformed. We are talking about levels of 1279. It was a high in the month of June. Thereafter, the stock has underperformed incredibly. And now, looking at the chart, if you look at the peak the stock had made, back in July 2015, it was somewhere close around 1000 odd levels. It came back to the same level. It found support and again retracing back. But I believe that it is too early to call this counter, because the stock is still in the phase of consolidation. One day's action won't prove the stock is done with the downside or is ready to move on the upside. I think the stock is going to take time, and range bound action is a possible outcome. Even after the result, I think the stock is likely to move in the range of 960 on downside and 1001 on the upside.
Any view on Vedanta or Kane India?
Yeah, we talked about the strength in the metal index, and Vedanta certainly catches our attention. The stock had a classic flag pattern breakout in last week's trade, and the up move after this consolidation, the breakout which we saw last week, I think is going to continue. We can see levels of easily 220, 225 in the near term.
Right. Any other sector stocks looking interesting? Any sectors which are looking interesting? Cement has started to see some action again. Any other sectors or stocks that you want to highlight?
I think earlier in the show you were discussing about the momentum in paper stocks. Then there are several stocks from this sector itself which are looking interesting. We talked about Malu papers, but one particular stock which has caught our attention is Star Paper. The stock looks interesting on the charts. We are talking about a consolidation and breakout on the long-term time frame. Back in the month of 2005, the stock had made a peak of 120, and thereafter stock came down sharply. Now again, once again challenging those levels. If you are able to give a weekly close above 125, I think the stock is in for a good time.
Pritesh, just a word on the telecom space before we end. What's your view on Bharti, Idea?
Now see, this particular sectors, these particular stocks are, they tend to be laggard. There is no point to be in these counters when there is action taking place elsewhere, because at the best I think the stocks Idea and Bharti especially is going to remain in this phase of consolidation. If you look at the chart structure of Bharti Airtel for the last 1 month or so, the stock is moving in the band of 300 downside and 325, 330 on the upside. So nothing much is likely to change in this counter.
Right, Pritesh. Thank you so much, Pritesh, for taking out time for us.